Someone very recently asked me what is ascension and how would we know whether we have ascended? Let me try to explain as briefly as I can. Our planet, Mother Gaia, is going through a huge metamorphosis right at this moment. In 2019, we were given a call that around 2032, Mother Earth will shift into the fifth dimension. Of course, a new Earth will be created, which will be in the fifth dimensional realm. The dimension of that realm is we all become beings of light. There is no karmic board. There is purity everywhere. So that's a completely different concept. In 2019, prevalent even today, we were living in the third dimensional realm, which was the realm of duality. And that is why karmic board had a huge role to play. So we reaped whatever we sowed, right? So that is now losing its concept. There are 7 rays that a human being needs to cross to actually go into the fifth dimension. Every ray has 7 steps. So we as humans, understanding that life is not just about being born, studying, working, having a family, and then taking the exit out. There is something more to life. So we started a quest in finding out what that is. And that is where we come to finding out for ourselves what our soul purpose is. Each human being is born with one special trait. And of course, many other traits also. But once we focus on that, what we are supposed to do at soul level, we start raising our vibrational frequency. Now, it doesn't mean that a human being will cross all the 7 rays in one lifetime. No. We may have crossed many of the rays, many of the steps in our previous incarnations. And when we are born again, we begin at that level where we stopped at the last incarnation. So we don't begin at point 0, we begin from that level, and then our journey has to be to go upward, forward, raising our frequency. Now, the most simplest example or explanation I can give about knowing that yes, you have shifted, maybe another step, maybe jumped a ray, is if you still are very strongly hooked on to old traditional values, belief systems, patterns, then you haven't shifted. But if your thoughts have changed, if there is a slight change around you, many a times, we actually change our habits. We change the likings. Maybe we liked a particular food, but right now we don't like that at all. Maybe the colors that we wear, they have shifted. So it could have been black earlier and now it is some other color. Colors have shifted. Our perception has shifted. Now, when does all that happen? When your mind, your consciousness opens up to a wider consciousness. Because at that time, it is not so important about what is happening in your material life, what we call the microcosm. But what is more important is your connection to the macrocosm, to the godliness, which is there in all of us. All we need to do is tap into that and keep building a stronger connection with our own godliness. And that's how we would know that yes, we have ascended, because what held true for me maybe 2 years back does not hold true for me now. What I liked, what were my patterns, what I did at that time is not true today. Because my mind has changed, my thinking has changed, my perception has changed. And that's how you would know that yes, you are ascending. Maybe slowly, but gradually ascending.